Good morning, afternoon, and evening, wherever you are, and welcome to take two of our Star Wars Legends Legacy of the Force fan film reaction. I am Cousin Cheeto of NerdTube, and I am joined by the guy who epically screwed up the audio in the last version of this,
Forgive
Zamario.
me. Forgive me.
It's okay. It's all a learning process. No big deal, bud. I'm glad you're taking the initiative. It's good.
Yes, and we're doing this for our. Let me bring up his name. Is it Chris Baratis? What that was
Yes,
his
it is
name?
Chris Baratis. Yes.
Yes, we're doing this for you, Chris. So give us lots of love and lots of subscribers and lots of likes. Thanks.
All right, so just like before, we're gonna get in. Well, you guys probably haven't seen it before, but we're gonna get into it. This is a part of the Legend series, which is I guess I believe is the books. I'm not super into the books, but yeah, so it's a part of the books of the what episode 7, 8, 9 would have been book wise. Legends
All
Legacy of the
right.
Force is for a non-profit fan film based on the universe of
Windstorm Entertainment
a very very quiet windstorm, might I add.
and James Brothers Studios. Love it.
Zam, your
Here we
favorite
go.
thing?
Oh yeah, you know you're in for a fucking good time when you see that. Well, people might come after her. Yeah. People
Really?
on people on their side. People on their side though might come
Wow.
after her.
That's
You
crazy.
know.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta look into this. This
Yeah.
sounds. Getting a little bit of the PS2 graphics in here.
It reminds me of the opening credits for Voyager.
Bum 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 bum. Oh, that's not Voyager. Kind of looks like Voyager, coming through the
Yeah.
clouds, but that's the
Hey, look,
Executor.
there's Wally there at the back. Oh no, it's just a part of the ship. I'm
Yeah,
sorry
it's the
for taking the
bridge.
piss. I do apologize.
It's-
I remember this part being pretty cool. It's a nice intro.
I like how they're using like mine or not mine, like defense turrets and stuff like that. Like in the
You never see them bored. You only see them already on the ship. So those are the two pilots. I get it now. After watching it again.
I still don't understand what goes on with her.
Why is she saying don't?
This is gonna leave a bruise, isn't it? Probably.
I don't know.
See, I don't understand what's going on there. Like, it looked like both of them were the pilots. Why did she tell her don't? Why was she about to set off the alarm if she was with her?
I'm pretty sure it's probably in the opening credits if we would have read them all the way through.
Yeah, probably.
That's on us because we didn't read the credits all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
The noble JTC.
And yeah, like I said, because this period is different. You know, like you see Republic looking guards who are fighting alongside Jason Solo, Darth Cadus.
If you want to call it that.
It reminds me of Janet Van Dyne from the first Ant-Man, that hairdo.
Mhm.
Or not Janet, I'm sorry, Hope Van Dyne.
I'm sorry about what happened on Nickel 1, but I thought you were dead.
Might have been nice if you checked. Could have put a bolt through my head.
Also in this universe, Luke Skywalker has a son with Mary Jade. Mary.
I think it's like Mary Jade or something like that.
Yeah,
I
so-
remember.
yeah.
I remember that. Like
Yeah,
hearing
and,
that.
and they have a son, and he's called Ben
What I
Skywalker.
can't figure out is what you're doing here in the first place.
I may have gotten played.
And this segment of the story, she's already because like Jaina trying to figure out ways. Jacinta, sorry, Jacinta. I keep forgetting what her fucking proper name is, but she's trying to figure out a way of defeating her brother, who's part of the dark side. So she learns new tricks by training with people like Boba Fett, which is crazy.
If you survive, I mean, you have to promise.
Maybe. What did you have in mind?
You have to warn Babuir. Moffs took some of my blood. They've designed a nano killer for him.
Okay. I can do that.
You have to... You have to tell him that he deserved it. That he did this to me.
Did what to you?
Okay. I can do that too, Murda, but are you sure you want me to do that?
No. But I can't. Your brother was right about one thing. He did this to me.
Kitus, my brother Jason did this to you? Or Fett?
Babuir. It was a death mission. He sent us on a death mission. Promise.
If I make it, I promise.
I'm just wondering, is that Boba Fett's daughter?
Good.
Who's been unfrozen from carbonite? But she was frozen in carbonite for 30 years. Or maybe 20, I can't remember.
Murda, I'm not going to do that.
I mean, it looks like it could be Pedro Pascal's daughter.
Before that,
A lot of dark hair, dark features.
Pedro Pascal.
for you.
Pedro Pascal ain't Boba Fett.
Oh God, I'm sorry. No, not Pedro Pascal. What's his name?
It's Tamara Morrison.
Tamir Morrison. That's what I'm thinking of. No, I just said Pedro Pascal because I'm used to talking about him in The Mandalorian.
She could be his daughter.
I mean, the dark features and everything. I think.
Yeah, her features. You know, she's got. She might not be
Underestimates
like,
you.
you know, ethnically. Tamara Morrison is a Maori, you know, a native person of New Zealand, and
And that's
she looks like she could be mixed race. She could easily be like maybe part Maori.
He's delusional. He's convinced you couldn't have taken his arm. At least not alone.
Taking his arm.
He thinks Luke was with us.
Maybe Luke was there.
He wasn't. I was conscious most of the time.
I should be focusing on this bit, but honestly, it's not engaging at
I've
all.
only got an hour until my next meds are due.
I think they overdid this scene in this, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It
Especially in
goes on-
fan films, they don't have. I feel like they don't have time to like.
This sort of shit goes on way too long, and it needs to move on.
May the force be with you, Murda.
That
I
could
mean,
be
unless they're going word
Martha.
for word from the books.
Run fast.
I mean, if they're honoring the source material, then you can't really blame them. But like, she just like moved her finger.
Criving Mandalorians.
I mean, he said that she's a Mandalorian, so I would assume that might be Fett's daughter. It looks.
Yeah, I think it's her granddaughter, Myrta. She said her name was Myrta. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just googled it. Boba Fett's granddaughter is Myrta Gev.
So it is her.
Daughter, it could be her, yeah. And there's the dude.
The dude. And there's young Brendan Fraser.
No, I'm thinking more of Michael Fassbender's brother.
I think he looks more like Brendan Fraser.
He does got a bit like. I think the dude over here looks a bit like Brendan Fraser in Today. That's
Yeah,
Today's
a little
one.
bit.
I wonder why I hadn't been interrogated yet. I'll be Obviously, you were saving all the fun for yourself.
It's Kindness now, Princey Solder.
It's kind of snow, Princey Soldier.
The reason you haven't been interrogated yet has nothing to do with fun. We have other means of locating the Jedi base. So I saw no need to impinge on your
His
dignity.
eyes look a bit siffy.
Not what I expected from child stealing scum.
I wonder if they put a red tinge in his eye, like in his eyes.
Not
No, he needs yellow.
any better recently. My daughter, Jason, her child. How dare you? My granddaughter.
We all make mistakes. I'm sure you'll come to appreciate that in time now. If you will please come with me.
Is he also Alana's
I
granddaughter?
don't think so.
Sorry,
I
grandfather?
wasn't asking. Please don't consider my respect an act of weakness, Prince. That'd be one of those mistakes I just mentioned.
This is so cool. And this set is excellent.
Of course. It seems I'm entirely at your disposal. May I inquire as to where you were taking me?
To join your crew aboard the Beam Racer. I'm afraid you'll have to depart during the middle of battle. We've almost broke through. Once you're clear of us, you should be safe enough.
You're releasing me? Why?
Because my only other choice is to kill you. And I'd really rather not.
So I can lead you to the Jedi base.
We already know where the Jedi base is. We'll be jumping to Cheeto and Zam as soon as we break free from your daughter's fleet. You'll be free to go anywhere you wish.
Your daughter's
as long as
fleet.
you don't allow yourself to be captured again.
This is about the nano killer, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it is.
He might-
Mobs are rather keen on using it against Tunnel Ka.
You're not as clever as you think you are, Jason.
That might be like his father-in-law sort of person, you know?
That's what I was thinking. I think it might be his
Yeah.
father-in-law.
Father-in-law or his partner's father.
Fair boy.
Same thing.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Yeah,
And death is certainly an option.
see, what's the point in being in the dark side if you start killing off your own fucking relatives? It's pointless.
Orlop, this is Kaitis. I'm afraid Princess Solder won't be joining this crew aboard the Beam Racer. Tell them they'll have to depart without him.
Sure they will. They're loyal.
It's a dark side communicator, you see, it's black.
Well, that's the same one that they had on the Death Star. Remember, for C-3PO had during.
Yeah, but it was white, wasn't it? No?
It had a black.
Okay.
It had a black thing around it. At least as far as I remember. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
He's got a golden lightsaber.
Oh yeah, he's got to be like those radio hosts that have like golden microphones.
I mean, that's that droid's put on some weight.
I love how he's wearing pants. That C unit has parachute pants on.
Thank you.
God, it's a proper bucket of bolts. I love it.
I think the pants just does it.
It's gonna kick off in a sec. I love it.
Your attention. All prison hold surveillance and communication systems have been restored. Maintain lockdown level 2. We will be jumping to final objective in 5 minutes. Repeat, 5 minutes. This will be.
I mean, this is kind of an odd scenario for us because normally we do these fan film reactions like, you know.
I mean, right now, I for one brief moment, I thought I was playing, Command and Conquer or something like that, and we're getting a cutscene.
Once I've infiltrated the ship.
No, we're gonna send him packing, literally. God, this guy for half this film is playing a corpse. You see, too much drugs will kill ya. I just see those puncture marks and I'm thinking this guy's a junkie.
It's nanobots. It isn't drugs. It's nanobots.
Okay, he's shooting nanobots then.
Yeah, he's shooting up nanobots.
Boil up. Place a hold on all launches from the Anakin Solo immediately. And find out if we've launched any missile boats recently. Especially any carrying remnant.
So this is before his brothers died?
Tell me.
A missile boat just launched, sir. We had to wait for it to clear the containment field before we blew the beam racer. A remnant colonel saw them off. Shall I have a recall order issued?
They won't obey. The Moffs have betrayed me. Have my stealth X prep for immediate.
Oh, it's gonna kick off now. It's like WWE. You gotta injure the really strong guy to make it a more credible fight.
As JR would say, business is about to pick up.
I mean, they're brother and sister, man. Fight each other. It's kind of sad how it's come to this. I mean, we're talking twins having to fight each other. I mean, like, the bond between twins is almost unbreakable.
I wonder if these actors are twins.
No, they're not.
Yeah, maybe.
She's clearly younger than him.
Maybe the Force has aged him. Or the
Yeah,
dark
that
side
does
has aged
happen,
him.
by the way. It does, being in the dark side does fuck up your skin.
You see how it worked out for Palpatine?
Yeah.
Him and his scrotum head. Oh! There was a money shot right there from our thumbnail.
Love it.
Oh.
Does he have a left hand? But I don't know if I've seen it.
Yeah, she just spin kicked him.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
She's like doesn't even realize like how she did it.
Jada, you need to get out of my way. I'm trying to save Telecon and Alana.
Sure you are, just like you saved these
I
soldiers.
sort of would have made the same choice. In fact, he did. Jada, we don't have time for this.
So die already! Ah!
Man, she's aggressive. So die already.
You could kill her right there, and he doesn't.
He's like,
Sorry about the jingle.
he sounds like he fights like Count Dooku. I mean, I think you're right. I don't know if does he have a hand on that side?
I can't remember. I heard something about somebody mentioning that his hand got cut off. Maybe that's why you don't see it.
Or maybe it had already gotten cut off, like before
Yeah,
this?
no, that's what I'm saying. He already got cut off. I think they mentioned that earlier. But you would have thought he would have had a replacement arm.
Take Alana. Run.
Because she just killed her brother. Her twin brother. It feels like it's left us on a cliffhanger. It was fun.
Yep. I mean, it was a very good fan film. I kind of feel like we're doing this a little bit of injustice just because we've already seen it, and
Yeah.
But I know the first time around I was very impressed, and I mean even the acting really didn't. I felt like the acting. There's maybe one spot where the acting seemed a little clunky, but I feel like throughout most of it, it was pretty consistently good. And the parachute pants with the C3PO droid was pretty funny too.
That little conversation between I'll just call it Jaina and that woman in the green lying on the bed with the foil blanket. That was a jarringly long in it. That I didn't like. I did like some of the special effects. I did like the homage to some of the books. It was okay. It was a decent fan film for what it was. I can't complain. I mean, for me, I thoroughly enjoyed this more than the fucking sequels, in my opinion. There was some. I just felt like we just jumped into the middle of some part of the saga. But even then, I was more engaged in this than the sequels. And you saw my engagement in this, so you can imagine
Yeah.
my engagement for the sequels. But yeah, it's okay. Chris, thank you very much for recommending this to us. I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you had a hand in making this, congratulations. This is a very good film,
He
and you should make some more, mate. I'd love to review some more.
actually he did on one of the comments, not on this
Yeah,
one. He made another suggestion, so I was gonna look. I don't remember what it was. I'd have to look it up, but we can do that one next. And yeah, if anyone else has any suggestions for fan films they want us to react to,
yes,
I mean, this one was, as I said, this is technically our second time watching it. We had to re-record this, but I mean, we still everything we said was honest and genuine, even from the first. You know, this a
yeah.
lot of it is from the first. You know that we really enjoyed this one. I give this one like I want to say I was like a 7 out of 10. I think.
That's what I gave it.
So I mean, it's definitely, as I said, the conversation in the beginning did kind of drag on a little bit too long in my opinion as well. And there wasn't, and I know that the opening crawl probably had a lot of context, but there wasn't a lot of context to what was going around. But at the same time, they were probably honoring the source material. Actually, I think
agree.
the image in the corner there, that the distant echo, I think that's the fan film he recommended to us to do. So
Okay. Well,
um
I just want to also add, like, remember when we did Star Trek Squadrons? What made that really good was that it felt like a spin-off from something we were very much aware of, and not trying to make sense of. Yeah, and same with this. Like for me, knowing that this was part of Legends and from books that I've read and listened to, I found this thoroughly enjoyable because it makes more sense than them just creating something out of nothing, if you know what I mean, and just trying to make it Star Wars. This felt like Star Wars, and I like it very much. It was very good.
all right. Well, with that all being said, Chris, again, thank you very much for recommending this fan
Yes,
film.
Chris.
We'll probably take a look at the next one. If anyone else has any, I mean, we do Star Trek, Star Wars. We've done some other stuff like Batman, Indiana Jones. If you have any sci-fi fan films that you want us to take a look at, we will definitely take a look at them as long as they're
I'm willing to
nerdy
take
and
a look at most fan films, but just understand who we are in NerdTube and what you think might float our boat. But if you want us to look at a fan film of, say, another version of Casablanca, I'm willing to give it a shot, but don't make it more than 20 minutes.
so. With that all being said, thank you very much for joining me, Zam,
Thank you, mate. Always good. Always a pleasure.
and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Catch you later.
Bye.